cutting-edge technologies that's coming for special operators involves new ways of knowing what or who is out there. Lloyd Dabbs is Director of Public Sector Business Development for SandboxAQ. He says quantum sensing allows for many other applications that are valuable to special operators.
Well, I think there's a whole host of applications that you could do beyond what we've seen from a technology standpoint in general. Quantum sensing has allowed for what I'll say is new insights into sensing just in general that relates to special operations missions. At SandboxAQ, we do things like quantum sensing for alternative navigation. It's very unique, I think, to a lot of the SOF mission use cases because it's passive, unjammable, unspoofable, and complements the already existing cadre of resilient PNT options that you see out there for the special operations team. So we've had a lot of success in discussing that with customers, and again, it just provides you another ability to operate in contested or denied operating environments, something that is so critical to what special operations does as their core focus.
What kind of infrastructure would underpin the ability to get the information from those sensors into the broader data pool that organizations like special operators will need to make decisions?
Yeah, I think from an architectural standpoint, we're doing, I think, the best we can to work on integrating into existing platforms. For any type of new data source, you don't want to be cumbersome in terms of integrating that. So it is working with the existing architectures on their platforms and trying to provide the lowest barrier to entry for that data, meaning getting it to the right location so they can synergize that with all of their other existing resources. So from our perspective, it's a very low lift, but it's something that's so critical to layer on top of all of their other types of data intelligence that they have when they're operating.
Not specifically necessarily about quantum sensing data, but data more broadly. Are you seeing that the customers that you talk to are having more success at moving that data the way that they want to, according to the vision that you just laid out?
Yes, but we're not getting there, right? So I think the government's doing a lot of good things with open architecture, integration of new data sources. That's really important. I think vendors can meet you halfway, which is bringing good capabilities that will integrate into those architectures. I will step back for a minute and say when we're having great success integrating things like quantum, we don't want customers to get wrapped up into the word quantum. We don't use quantum computers. It's all classically enabled. So we want to leverage those emerging technologies of quantum science, which we can do and we've been doing really well, and again, provide the lowest barrier to entry to integrate with other types of data sources that they have.
How does someone in the SOF community or otherwise in the national defense community measure success in this broader data field?
Well, you know, when we talk to SOF operators, my background again is AFSOC and other types of components historically, and I'll say you measure success as are people coming home safe? Did you meet the mission objectives? Nothing else matters. But you can do retrospectives to see how effective we were and all of the core components that led us up to that success criteria. So you can break it down a million different ways, but ultimately I have to go back to, are people coming back safe? Was the mission complete? So everything we do at SandboxAQ for the special ops community is ensuring that that happens.
What's over the horizon for special operators? Quantum sensing is important today, important for the future, but what's over the horizon for folks? What should they be thinking about now for the future?
Yeah, I think they really should be looking at, and I was actually in some great sessions yesterday here at SOF Week, but they should be looking at a lot of the collaborative nature of new sensors, right? Collaboration, autonomy, and how all of these sensors will interact so that we can get our operators as far away from conflict as we can while still ensuring mission success. So everything that we've seen over the last couple of days is focused on new sensor integration and how those sensors will talk to one another. The A2E effort out of SOCOM is one of those efforts that focuses on collaboration and autonomy, and that's why we're driving for sensors that also meet that metric.
Does the structure already exist to connect all of those things together, or is that something that will be developed along with the technology that you just described?
Yeah, great question. I think the program executive offices are working towards what that architecture will look like. It is definitely a work in progress, but as the SOF community always does, they move fast. So as fast as I can, I encourage private sector to move with them and to deliver and fail fast to achieve those objectives to meet that architectural metric.